Mike, of course, mentioned it before Saturday's game, but a lot of games at the minute, a quick turnaround, obviously off the back of that, coming into being back here tomorrow night against Halifax. I mean, just first off, how are the boys feeling and sort of looking ahead of that?
We're looking forward to it. We want a quick turnaround. Physically, boys, just recovering, second day recovery today, and we've just had a look at the last game and our performance, which was very disappointing on reflection. We looked at the areas that we kind of weren't at our best, and we've got to react to it now, and that's the gauntlet that's been thrown down. Obviously, we know Halifax are in good form at the minute, and they come here, and we've got to make sure that we hit our levels and we focus on ourselves.
Yeah, and you touched on Saturday a little bit there. I suppose, I think you maybe mentioned after Saturday as well that I suppose can sometimes be a bit difficult to immediately reflect on it straight away when the emotions are still a bit high, and even on first view and obviously watching from the touchline and things like that, and then when you review things afterwards from a different stance and a less emotional standpoint. I mean, how much sort of difference do you kind of feel there was, not even just in the game on Saturday, but specifically in kind of general when you're reviewing things afterwards and sort of separating yourself from the immediate kind of effect that the results had on you, I suppose?
Yeah, obviously the manner we lose the game in the last second is difficult, but no, on reflection, we didn't really deserve anything out of the game, and that's just being brutally honest. From the whole 90 minutes, they dominated in most areas, and we've looked back. But the reason that was the case, obviously, we know what a big club they are, and they've got good players, and they've got a really effective style of play. But it was ourselves that we weren't ourselves, to say, and the areas that we allowed, we give too much respect. We give them too much time on the ball, and we didn't step on and impose ourselves, which we normally do. So, like I say, we've reflected. We've had to be honest with each other and ourselves of where we can be better, and we'll get a reaction tomorrow.
Yeah, and on tomorrow, obviously Halifax coming here. I mean, haven't played them since right near the start of the season. Obviously, it was a difficult result and sort of performance at their place, really, but they're still not really out of reach of kind of the bottom end of the table, so they're still very much coming here trying to separate themselves from that, and yourselves obviously looking to propel up the table. But I think a draw at the weekend for them, they've generally been pretty difficult to beat, so certainly a difficult encounter for you tomorrow night.
Yeah, so like I say, I feel as though at their place it was off the back of two mistakes that conceded the game. I think when I've watched them back, they're very high energy, honest, hard-working lads who want to smother other teams, similar to like we do out of possession. So yeah, we're ready, we're prepped. We'll be looking for a reaction and looking forward to the game.
I suppose as an effect of Saturday as well, is there, well, I suppose not that the boys need too much motivation anyway, but I suppose does that kind of give it a bit extra, when you're coming off the back of a loss, you got a game so soon afterwards, the boys kind of generally come in with a bit of a point to prove, looking to sort of set things right a bit almost within themselves and not needing too much external input to try and fire them up a bit? Yeah,
I think it's a natural reaction, isn't it? It's that pride kicks in. And I think when you look back individually as a player and you haven't been at your best, you want to correct that and put things right. So everyone comes in with their own professionalism and desire to put it right, but collectively as well. It goes without saying that we need a reaction. Obviously, it's huge points at stake, and we need to make sure we show up and we focus on ourselves.
Yeah, and a positive on the sort of availability front. Obviously, Aaron Mountain served the last game of his suspension at the weekend, so potential for him to be back involved, which obviously a positive to have a bit of choice for you to choose from. Obviously the bench has looked a bit healthier in recent weeks with new arrivals and things as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Like I say, we've had a very sporadic season with our squad, and we've had periods where we've had to leave a few lads out of the squad, and then periods where we've only been able to field two outfield and a goalie on the bench. So, but yeah, no, really pleased to have Aaron back, and the squad's looking healthy, and yeah, again, everyone's fighting for a starting place.
Yeah, and I assume no sort of new things to report on the injury front either on that.
No, I mean there's a couple of niggles, but I'm sure the lads will shake it off for tomorrow. So yeah, everyone's happy and healthy, ready to go.